On today's show, we're going to go up the creek without a paddle. And to do that, we're going to have to talk about the Canoo brand. So let's get into this right now. If you're new to my channel, my name is David Boyd. I'm an auto journalist here on YouTube, and I love all things weird and odd and quirky. And of course, you can get no stranger than the Canoo brand here with EVs, especially. This little brand is it's kind of interesting. I like what they've done. They just never seem to be fully funded enough to like get all the way there. Last year about this time I checked in with the brand and I was like, where are the vehicles? Because they kept promising and promising. It used to be 22. Oh, we're going to start building them by 22. 22 came and went, still hadn't heard anything. And well, we're halfway through 23, and where have they gone? Where is going on? So let's check in with this brand. But first, we got to pull up their website. Came out last year. They re-upped their with this virtual showroom, and it was getting a little bit of buzz. They did get that big deal with Walmart, or they it's, I wouldn't say that it's till they actually built them did they get much of a deal. But I think Walmart kind of stepped in and might have saved this company a little bit, give a little bit more recognition. Of course, NASA, that was a big deal, the being the official vehicle to take the astronauts down there. But at no point, is NASA buying 100,000 of these things, and you need to sell a lot of vehicles to be a car company, right? So their website's here, and once again, it just says coming soon. They're always coming soon, and it's starting to feel like a take your money scheme and run a little bit, because I've yet to see them do much. Now, here was the latest press release they had. They talked about, oh, we're going to sell, 4,500 is what Walmart wants. And I understand why. It would be a neat little delivery van. It's unique. Brands like Walmart would like a weird, strange looking vehicle. Look at what Rivian's done for Amazon. It's a strange looking little truck, gets a lot of attention, and gets attention for both parties. So I understand it. As you keep going through this, man, they just it's never came to fruition. And I was interested in the truck, but they said, hey, the truck's on the back burner. We're going to do the lifestyle vehicle first. Starting price was going to be $39,950. Now, this has not changed one bit. Their starting price has not changed one bit. You know what else hasn't changed? 200-mile range. Like this day and age, and I said this in the last video, this day and age, 200 miles is nothing. That's my daughter's little scooter that she plays with outside should do more than that. And I don't feel like this is a real brand. I feel like, we've seen them build them. I know they have the place in Oklahoma where they're wanting to ramp up production, but it's just never felt like tangible. So it's what stopped me, honestly, from throwing $100 down and looking at, doing something like this. While they kept saying delivery dates. Oh, by the end of 22, we're going to be delivering these things. They haven't even ramped production up, and it's the middle of 23. So what is going on with this brand? Now, I want to talk about this a little bit. So I was doing a little bit of research, and we're on the Motley Fool here, and there's a video you can watch about it. And in this video, they talk about this right here. Do you see some initial production getting underway, and it's by the end of the second quarter, early third quarter? Could you ramp up there? Could you give us a little bit of a timeline how this is going to play out? We've done some limited production, right? Which I've seen some videos of inside the plant and what they would call limited production. I know they got some military stuff they were looking at and the Walmart stuff they were looking at, but I would say maybe 5 or 6 of vehicles. I wouldn't call that limited production. I would call that, that's a hobby is what that is. But, and right here, they're going to tout, we've got NASA. We did 15 LDVs for them. We're doing some extensive testing with activities with customers as well. We'll be delivering the NASA vehicles this quarter. It will be the beginning of us in the coming quarters to start generating some revenue, which would be a big thing because, we only have to look at this right here. Let's pull this up. This is the latest stock ticker on Canoo, and the stock is at 55 cents. Now, I don't know how much lower it can get. So you look at, at 19, we're at 10 when they started going public. It was around $10. Then they had this big jump. 2020 there jumped up to 13, or there we go. No, $20 in 2020 December there. And they started making some announcements. And I believe about right here, I could be off, but 21, the Walmart stuff comes through, and then it just tumbles and tumbles and dives. Let's see, first of the year, we're about $1.34. And then we're at 55 cents right now. So, for them to jump over here and say, well, we're about to ramp up production. If you don't have any money, if you're not worth anything, they need another injection of big cash to actually be worth something. And I don't know how they could build vehicles, let alone deliver the vehicles. And They're saying they're hope to be delivering heavily, 20,000 run rate. And I believe if I watched this video, I believe that was at the end of the year. Now, I do not see that happening with this brand. Now, once again, I'm not picking on this brand because I was really interested in these vehicles. By now, I would think they need that minimum 300 miles, of range. I get, they're kind of back with the tech right now. I don't believe they're going to build one of these for $39,000. I would say you're probably looking at $59,000 for one of these things now, the way inflation is right now, and that's just crazy to me. So, what I want to know in the comments below, where are you at with this? Or have you been an investor of the brand? Are you interested in the brand? Have you been kind of like me, paying attention from afar, saying, will they actually build something before? I know $100 isn't much to put as a deposit on these things, but at the same point, I don't want to give somebody $100 and they don't give me anything for it. So, kind of curious where you at. Do you have a reservation on one of these things? Have you been waiting? Are you interested? Are you about to give up? In the comments below, let me know what you think about this. So whether it be two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, or these EV little minivans that I'd love to drive if they built them, this has been your All Terrain Nation. I'm your host, David Boyd. We're out. Peace, everybody. Love y'all.